illegal abortion. See how stupid that is? Now what if it turns out later, and the police discover the woman lied in the first place? The child is already dead, the man's child is dead, etc. And the boyfriend now is coming to say, what happened here, etc. She lied, she had a little row with him, and she figured her boyfriend had another girlfriend that she heard that he's pregnant too, so she didn't want a child anymore, so she lied about rape and blah, 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 blah. What do you say to the man whose child was just aborted? What is the penalty in this case? Just perjury? But she's killed somebody. She's killed somebody. Now what happens if a real rape occurred and the woman is 4 months pregnant? She was held, stopped from going. What are you going to tell her? You can't have the abortion? You can't have it because it's 4 months? What do you tell her? How can you have two kinds of rape? Makes no sense to me at all. So legally the thing is berserk. Church-wise, I think it's hypocritical because the church is supposed to be so Christian and supportive of people in distress, not encourage them. The consultation that you're having with somebody who wants to have abortion, it seems to me, should be designed for the only purpose of discouraging her, including letting her know a good Christian does not kill babies. Not what I heard the guys saying on the radio, well, they're free if they don't want to follow the church to go and do what they want, and we won't think anything of them. Is that what the church is about? Is that what the church is about? I don't know about that. What else I got in that before I get my calls? I can hardly wait. Oh, now let's get to the politicians. I heard Dr. Robert Lewis, who I haven't met yet, but I was kind of impressed with a number of things he said, but especially this one. I heard him on Newspin, and he was saying that I am an Adventist and proud to be, etc., etc. And he went so far as to say that his faith was the most important thing in his life, and I almost applauded. I said, wow, wonderful, if only I could be as good. He went on to say that if he got elected and was at a parliamentary meeting on a Friday evening that went, like, you know, the various debates they have there on the abortion thing went to 2 o'clock in the morning and the budget and so on, he would not be there because come 6 o'clock, he's out of there. Wonderful. Wonderful, I thought. So he's not going to stay with his colleagues who want to stay past 6 o'clock on a Friday because that's Sabbath. He ain't staying with them. But he's going to hang out with his colleagues when he cannot possibly believe it's okay to kill babies. Because the rest of the colleagues are into killing babies, are into permitting the killing of babies. So what does he do on that? And if your first priority is your faith and your church and everything else, why do you want to be a politician? Why? If it's a distant second, if you're not going to stay on the people's business, if you're not going to devote all your time to it, what's with this Sabbath thing and etc.? What? Where does he stand on gambling? I think it's a great day, despite what Claudia said, that people are asking those questions. Because it seems to me, if you say you're a man of faith, and we catch you compromising on that faith, it means you're likely to compromise on a lot of things. It means you might even turn a blind eye to corruption. It means if you're in cabinet and has something nasty going on, you may leave the room, but you ain't going to stop it and report it. Not to be trusted. I think it's a great thing that we're getting people of faith getting into government. I think that can only work well, but only if they are consistent. That they walk the walk and talk the talk. Genuine people. I cannot understand, and this is not to cast any aspersions on ministers' abilities and so on. That's not for tonight. What I'm dealing with is I cannot understand ministers' position as a serious faith person and for her to be so instrumental in making abortion legal on the pretext of the rape thing, as I said. So the real Christian preaches charity and love, etc. not convenience of killing babies. You don't encourage women in crazy beliefs. And that pro-choice business, the only thing about pro-choice, the choice is, look, to kill my baby or not to kill my baby. Baby is my property. I should have the right to kill the baby or not kill the baby. That ain't no kind of choice, as far as I'm concerned. And let me say something else. If I'm going to sound like some kind of goody-goody, I'm not. Sinner. But I believe the core law, which is thou shalt not kill, regardless whether you're a sinner or not, acknowledge you're a sinner, but don't try to play games with the core law that says thou shalt not kill. And if you're going to play games with the law like that, of God, you're going to play it with people, with man-made laws. And also, understand that all these kind of things about the conveniences and if this and if that and if the incest and whatnot, these are man-made creations that cannot possibly